So what's up, everybody? This is Alex Brooks, and this is another episode of Mental Food for Thought. So today I want to talk about greatness, because there's a lot of people that I run into that they want to be exceptional at what they do, like they want to be at the top of their industry, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, they're okay with just being good at what they do, like they just want to bring good work. And I want to start today by saying, if you want to be exceptional at what you're doing, if you want to be a top athlete or a huge successful entrepreneur, you got to take your game from being good at what you do to being great at what you do. Like, good is just not going to get you there. Being good is not going to get you there. And in fact, the person that you are right now is not going to take you to that next level. Like the things that you have done for the past 5 years is not going to get you to that next level. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make some changes. And today, what we're going to talk about is three things that, if you apply them, is going to help you transition from being good at what you do to being great at what you do. So, number one, stretching your network. I once heard a quote that said, "It's not just what you know, it's who you know." And anybody that's trying to be extremely successful, who has reached a high level of success, they're constantly stretching their network. They're constantly meeting new people and connecting and creating new opportunities, because new opportunities is what's going to help them grow. That's their opportunity and chance to take it to the next level. Whenever I kind of talk about this, I think about Henry Ford, because even though he was, his era has been gone for over 100 years, he was exceptional at networking and meeting new people. Like, one of the things that he did that was so exceptional was he created the car. But he did that by pulling people from several different industries and putting them into a single environment and kind of directing those mindsets to create what we drive, the car. And he wouldn't have been able to do that if he wasn't constantly stretching his network and, meeting new people and building those new connections. So, it's important to stretch your network if you're trying to get to that next level. Number two, studying greatness. Anybody that's reached a high level of success has spent a lot of time studying the most successful people in the world. So whenever you even think about watching, or whenever you even watch interviews of highly successful athletes or entrepreneurs, at some point they always talk about the people who inspired them, the people that moved them, the people that kind of made them want to try things and be risky and step their game up. But my point is, the most successful people have studied the people that came before them, and they use that information and they put it together and they copied it, which kind of leads to the third point. Studying greatness is not good enough. Networking with people is not good enough. You got to add that stuff to your own practices. So number three is emulating the great. Picasso once said, good artists copy great artists. And if you're trying to be extremely successful in what you're doing, you need to be adding some of the practices from the most successful people to your own practice. That's how you're going to open up to those new opportunities. But that's pretty much all I have for today. But I wanted to challenge you guys before, I took off. So I want you to do these three things. I want you to get out there, start networking and getting in your environment. If you're an entrepreneur, find out what kind of events are going on in your neighborhood or city. If you're an athlete, find out what kind of sports events are going on. But by any means, get out there and start networking. And then number two, find 10 people that you can study. 5 people in your personal network that are like within your city range or maybe the state range that you feel like you could get access to, and find 5 people that are the best in the world at doing what they do. Study those people. Figure out what kind of strategies they're taking and what's their mental approach, what's their techniques, what's really making them different from everybody else. And then after you have done all that, start adding some of their practices to your own game. Like, start implementing some of the strategies that have been working for them. And if you do those 3 things, if you guys do that challenge, I promise you're going to see some transitions from being good at what you do to being great at what you do. But that's all I have for today. I will talk to you guys next time on Mental Food for Thought. I'm out.